Removing a co-owner after divorce or be-out. The Deep Dive, Episode 7 pointed at Welcome back to the Title Deed Desk. In Episode 15, the company-owned deed. Today is Episode 16. Back in Series 1, Episode 7 gave you the principle. Adding or removing a name is not an edit, it is a transfer of a share. This episode is what that looks like when the reason is a separation, a divorce, a partnership ending, a be-out. The reminder, this is general educational content, not legal advice. Separation cases touch family law and financing. The order of steps can change the outcome. Take advice on yours. Here is the framing. You rarely remove a name for a happy reason. And the mechanics arrive at exactly the moment people have the least patience for a 6-visit loop. So this episode does one thing. It names the 5 decisions inside a removal and the consequence, riding on each, one gift or sale and the timing trap. The departing share has to move to someone, usually the co-owner, staying between spouses that can run as a gift, first degree, at 0.125 cent on half of a valuable property, that is the difference between thousands and tens of thousands. But the gift rate depends on the relationship as the register sees it. And the timing around the divorce itself can affect whether the spouse category still applies. Sequence the transfer and the divorce in the wrong order, and a transfer you priced at the gift rate runs at 4%. Between business partners there is no gift. It is a sale of the share. Even if the sale is really just an exit being formalized, decision 1 carries the most money. Make it first. 2. Consent. You cannot generally remove a co-owner who does not agree to go. A transfer needs its parties. If the other person will not sign, or cannot be found, or contests the split, this stops being a registration matter. It becomes a legal one, potentially a court one, before the deed can move at all. Thoughts the counter cannot adjudicate a dispute. It can only register an agreed outcome. So in a contested removal, the real work happens before any trustee. The center is relevant. 3. The bank and the requalification. If both names are on the loan as well as the deed, the bank lent two people. Removing one changes the borrower it relied on. Its NAC is mandatory, and it will often require the person staying to requalify for the entire mortgage alone. Prove on one income they can carry what 2 incomes supported. If they cannot, the transfer cannot complete. However amicable the split. I have seen separations where the deed side was ready for months. The block was not paperwork, it was the survivor's borrowing capacity. Check it before anyone promises anyone a clean exit by a certain date. And where the answer is to clear the loan instead, remember early. Settlement has a price. Banks charge a penalty on early closure, a percentage of what remains. Small next to the property, not small next to the transfer fee. You were trying to manage. Put it in the settlement maths from day 1. 4. The valuation as the anchor. The fee is calculated on the assessed value of the share moving. And the same value frames the buyout number the parties settle between themselves. In an emotional separation, people sometimes agree a figure that does not reflect reality. Then the official valuation surfaces a different one. And the deal reopens at the worst moment. Know the real value before you negotiate, not after. And remember the share question from the family side of this desk. A removal does not have to be all at once. A partner can exit in stages. A spouse can transfer part now and part later. Each stage is its own transaction, with its own fee on the value of the share moving. Sometimes staging is kindness. Sometimes it just doubles the fees. Run the numbers both ways before choosing. 5. What the survivor inherits. Take a co-owner off, and you are the sole name on the deed. 100% of the ownership, 100% of the mortgage, and of the exposure. And a fresh succession question, because your deed is now a singular NOR deed. The sensible move is to look at your will and your financing in the same sitting as the removal. 5 decisions, each with a fee, a timeline, or a legal consequence. Most of them invisible from the counter until you are standing at it. Build the file once, properly, on your side, or hand it to a desk. That is TitleDeed.ae. In the next episode, the hardest transfer of all, the deed after a death. This was the Title Deed Desk.